Hello, welcome. I thought I would do a reading today using the two things that I have. So far, this is all I have, the mermaid themed tarot and oracle card decks. So I'm going to use those. And yeah, so I have already shuffled, but I'll shuffle a little bit more. Okay. Yeah. Hope you guys are having a good day so far. I was outside earthing a little bit earlier. I had to come in because I was getting too warm out there. Anyway. All right. Let's get started. See what it is that we can glean from these cards today, and whatever it is that our subconscious minds, our higher self, God, spirit, universe, Christ conscious guides, whatever you believe in, okay? What they want us to know for our highest good. And let's just tune into that. Okay. Higher powers. And this is number 9. This mermaid, she's in a white hair, long white hair. I don't know, to me that suggests wisdom and experience. And the blue in the card, throat chakra, and it also kind of reminds me of the third eye. But so like this person with wisdom, knowledge, experience, and the flowiness, of water, the energy, and this fish, this friend that she is gazing upon and seeing, interacting with, and giving her full attention to. This fish being is feeling very seen by this mermaid. And this mermaid exudes confidence and also a sense of calm in her energy, a sense of calm, and it's peaceful, it's calming to everything around her. And I think that allows her to use that throat chakra to give the gentle, tender messages and truth that she's gathered, the wisdom that she's gathered through her experience. And when she does share that, it has a calming and transformative effect on those in her presence, and also those who hear the message. And this, I think, is a higher power that she possesses, that she is using as a tool to speak truth and to help herself and others recognize the truth. Do you want to see what the card says about this, or what the book, I mean, how it was intended? Let's read it, because let's see. You guys still know that I'm new to reading my subconscious this way. Okay, so I will read this for you. Where do I put it? Put it right here. Okay, so you can look at it. Okay, number 9, higher powers. This dear little fish has been called by the mermaid queen. Okay, so she's a queen, so she is wise and has lots of experience and confidence. At first, she could not believe it, but she had asked for guidance, and a higher power answered. This queen of the sea can listen to the concerns of the small ones who share the ocean realm with her, so she can hear what life is truly like for those outside her court. In this way, you too have called upon a higher power. Yet when you are called, you hesitate. You wonder, who am I to receive this honor or attention? But this is your opportunity to share with another who has more influence, status, and power to change lives. You can share the stories they need to hear, so they may understand how life is for so many. When you receive this opportunity, outline what would be of assistance, how your experience has made you feel, and what would be a better approach. Your plea has been heard. The Mermaid Queen will do all she can to have a powerful person intercede on your behalf to do good and to create change with positive impact. Raise your voice and believe in your right to have this assistance, child of the sea. The Mermaid Queen wills it so. Okay, that's interesting. I'm gonna pull a tarot card and to go along with that. So I don't know if you see yourself as the queen or the fish. But with with wisdom and experience, you know, and that position of being on being in a different level of understanding, there comes responsibility to with anybody. I mean, there's a responsibility we all have to try to understand one another from each other's points of view. And it will look different for each of us because we're not looking through the same eyes. We're all looking through our own lenses and our own life experiences. And so it's going to look different for each of us. And that's why we need to use our throat chakras. We need to use the experiences that we have had in our lives to give that perspective to others that maybe they're not able to see in the same way because, like I said, their vantage points in life have been different than yours. Okay, so with this card, we have Temperance. Okay, so Temperance suggests a balance, and I would say the balance needed in with this to go with higher power. You know, the balance could be, well, kind of what we were just saying, you know, that stepping into someone else's shoes and trying to see from their point of view, and not being, you know, being willing to step away from where we are, from our vantage point. We're removing the glasses or the lenses that we're wearing currently in the moment, being willing to take those off momentarily and putting on someone else's lens and moving in the position, you know, stepping over to where another person is standing for that moment and putting on their glasses, and so that you can, you know, try to see and feel what they are seeing and feeling, and also with that, listening to that person. And Temperance meaning that there needs to be a balance. You know, we don't completely shift over into someone else's viewpoint and then live our lives according to that person's truth. We still need to be true to ourselves. So I think it's good to try on many different glasses, and just so that you can understand a lot of different perspectives. But then you also need to be careful not to lose yourself to lose the essence and the truth of who you are, and to and that's going to shift and change as you gain new perspectives, right, from your experiences with other people. That's going to shift and change as well. But what I mean is, like, staying fully grounded in your own truth and letting those new perspectives enhance what you already have, but not change who you actually are. Like, I'm speaking for, like, when you've already discovered, like, your truth, and then so staying in alignment with who you really are on that soul level, letting the experiences with other people help you to refine who that is at the core, but having that balance of, you're not going to step into someone else's shoes permanently, because you still want to be who you are. So I hope this is making sense, but that's kind of what I'm getting here. Oops. I'm going to, stay true to yourself. I'm going to read the Temperance card. I do like to give my own interpretation, and then kind of check it with what was intended. Sometimes I don't do that, because sometimes it's just, I just know that the message that I'm getting is the message I need right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and read this, what it says, okay? Under the power of the solar eclipse, the potion's master mixes her most powerful potion yet. Timing is everything. The wrong movement or amount will change the entire potion. The ingredients she is using have been carefully researched, handpicked, and measured 3 times before being blended carefully, timed precisely to when the moon begins its journey between the sun and the earth. Every single detail plays a part in the potion. Temperance now makes this is worded weird. Every single detail plays a part in the potion Temperance now makes, which is why it must also be mixed above the waterline, as the chemical reaction it will have with the atmosphere above the water is crucial to the potion's success. But just what is Temperance mixing? What will this potion do once it is complete? We will know only once it is finished brewing. And Temperance is not yet at that stage. She is still very much in the act of doing, of blending and balancing. Okay. And then Temperance finds herself in such an interesting position in the major arcana, and it is her position that is key to understanding her full power. Temperance sits between death and the devil, a bridge between the old self and the new. She receives you after your ego has passed through death's door and shows you the possibilities of what life could be like by introducing you to the devil. It is not her place to cast judgment or to even make suggestions for how you should proceed from this point forward. If anything, Temperance is more interested in showing, not telling. For this reason, it is So important you pay close attention to everything she does while you are in her presence. Watch how she creates. Study her guided and extremely thought out actions. When you watch, maybe you will not be as tempted when she hands you over to the step that comes next. Okay. All right. I'm going to do one more. Well, yeah, I'm going to do one more oracle. One more oracle card. And then we're going to end. Connection. I've gotten this so many times, but I think that's kind of what we've been talking about is connection and connecting, connecting to each other. But as we connect with each other, to see each other's viewpoints and to experience each other in our individual expressions. But we are staying true to ourselves as we do that. We're trying on new perspectives, but we're not prescribing new pairs of glasses for ourselves. We're going to get to the point where we aren't going to need the glasses that we have because we're going to have 20/20 vision. And because we just won't need them anymore because we will have that pure that pure love, that pure expression will have developed within us, and so we will be able to see other people the way we love and see ourselves. And that vision doesn't need to be corrected. And yeah, and that's the connection of all of us, that unity, that feeling of oneness, and where we can see the differences, but those differences that we see in ourselves and in others, those differences they don't divide us, they unify us, and we experience them in a different way because now we see that we are all connected, and that what I'm seeing in somebody else really is just myself. I'm being, there's parts of me that I can't see, but when I look at somebody else, I can see those parts of me because they're being mirrored back to me. And so I can see that, and I can see, yeah, and I can excuse me. I can do that mix, that temperance mix, and I can internalize and accept that, make it part of me, but not in the way where I lose the essence of who I am. Does that make sense? Yeah, I say this all the time, but it's all about unity. It's all about learning how to love and accept ourselves and others the way we are all presenting and expressing ourselves, learning how to love and accept that as is in the moment, and without judgment. And once we get to that point where we're really good at that, like I said, we'll have like 20/20 vision. Like, our perspective will be truth. It will be truth. It will be, we will really understand how we are connected, and that we are all like cells in a body, and we're stars in the universe that or dust in the wind, we are particles. We are part of the big universe, the big consciousness, and yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. Yeah. Hope you all have a great day, and yeah, be willing to step into another viewpoint, and to take the glasses off, set them down, put someone else's glasses on for a moment, and with that perspective, see what you can do to create more connection instead of separation. Create more connection with others, and the connection, the vibration, the frequency with which you connect is divine love, universal love. Yeah. All right. Have a great day.